Hi, not so perfect mom. Um, I really I want to talk about one of my favorite subjects today. This subject gets me going. It makes me so excited because I believe that the message behind it is so important, especially with the way our world is nowadays with social media and being able to hide behind a computer and type whatever you want, and you don't really think about it because you're not seeing their face, you're not seeing their reaction, you're not talking to them. I want to talk about empowering women. All too many times we're dragging each other down and throwing each other through the mud, and we shouldn't be because there's no reason. We're all imperfect. We all do things that aren't the way they're supposed to be, or the way they need to be, or the way that another person would have done it. But that's the point of being your own person. Now, before we go into the subject, I feel like I need to make a little bit of a disclaimer. There is a difference between empowering a woman and being a feminazi. Okay? I have been known to have a little bit of a feminist side when I get pissed off, but I'm not a feminazi. And that's not what this talk is about. Feminazis are a rant for another time because they are freaking hilarious. But empowering women is it's the key. It's the key to make this planet better, everything better. If women would walk up to one another every day and say, "Hey, I love your hair," or "Your outfit that you have is beautiful. It goes very well together. It makes you look very good." You know, we kind of lost the sense of complimenting each other. And now we all just kind of trash talk each other like we're better than the other, even though we know we're not. If we could turn it around and instead of saying, "Oh, well, it looks like she spent $300 at the hair salon, so she must be a rich, stuck up little prissy bitch." Instead, if you flip that mindset in your mind and take it from hating this girl because she's got beautiful hair and flipping it and saying, "Hey, where did you go and get your hair done? It's beautiful. I want my hair to look like yours." That instantly changes it all. You go from having rude little snarky comments to changing that woman's day, to making her day. Instead of dragging her down and throwing her through the mud because she decided to go do her hair because she works, her bills are paid, she works hard. If she wants to go spend money and get her hair done, she should be able to go do that and not have to worry about you giving her smarky comments because she went and got her hair done. It has nothing to do with you. It doesn't affect your life in any way, shape, or form, except for the fact that you feel the need to be snarky about it. And there's no reason, you know? Instead of sitting here degrading the poor woman because she did what she wanted to do with her own money, empower her. Look at the difference on somebody's face when you say, that shirt is an expensive name brand shirt. I never would have spent the money on that. I could have gotten clothes for all of my kids for the price of that shirt. Meh, meh, meh. Stop, turn it around, and say, "Hey, she's wearing a $90 shirt. She probably makes good money. Her bills are probably paid, and her kids are probably fed. So if she had 90 extra bucks to spend on a shirt, then that should be her choice. And instead of calling her rich and stuck up and snooty for spending $90 on a shirt, you say, hey, that is great. That's great that you work so hard that you can afford to spend $90 on a shirt and it doesn't break you. It should be a compliment. You shouldn't have to tear her down because you can't spend $90 on a t-shirt. I mean, I think it's a little ridiculous. I would never do that. But that's me. If somebody else wants to and they've got the money, then I am all for it. Now, I'm going to turn and be a little bit on the blunt side if they're spending $90 on a shirt and their kids are hungry and they have no food. But if somebody is taking care of their life and everything in it to the best of their advantage, then I think that it should be up to the rest of us to come in behind with a support system instead of with a sledgehammer to bring it down. Women are amazing creatures. We have come so far. I mean, we went from not being able to vote, not being able to work, not being able to have an opinion of any way, shape, or form. We were essentially just baby makers that cleaned the house and stayed home and did nothing and wasted our lives. And granted, I mean, I am a stay-at-home mom, but that's a choice, instead of people saying, you're doing a really good job. You're staying home with your kids, you're raising your kids, you're doing everything to the best of your ability, and it shows. You are doing awesome. Instead, it's, well, you are a stay-at-home mom, you don't do anything, you don't contribute to society, you just wake up and put your kids on the bus and go back to sleep. Even just in the look in my faces, and I'm even talking to myself, you could see my expressions, from when someone tells you how good of a job you're doing. Parenting is not easy. Being a mom is not easy. Not having a guideline is not easy, but you are doing it. You are rocking it. Is so much better than you're a spoiled brat who stays at home and does nothing and waits for hubby's paycheck, which is the thoughts of some people. And all I can say is, I don't really care because it's not the truth anyways, but it takes just as much effort to empower a woman as it does to tear down a woman. So why we make the connection to tear them down instead of build them up, I don't know. But it needs to stop, because I'm not better than you. You're not better than me. I may do things different than you and vice versa, but we're all mothers. We're all trying to make it in this world. We're all trying to raise our children in a chaotic, violent, unpredictable era. We're all struggling. We need to empower each other. We have to lift each other's spirits. You guys are all beautiful. I love you guys so much. You guys are great parents. Whether you're a single parent or you're married and you have a support system, it does not matter. You guys are rocking it.